What's going on, YouTube world and YouTube tribe? Welcome back to LilBigMan Gaming, bringing you, y'all see it, the review for Disney's Jungle Cruise. Just want to thank everybody for joining me. We're gonna get straight into it, but also, I think either Saturday or Sunday I will have the review for the Suicide Squad. But right now, we're talking about the Jungle Cruise. So let's get into it. The synopsis for Jungle Cruise reads, Dr. Lily Hunkston, I think is her name, enlists the aid of wisecracking skipper Frank, I think his name Frank Wolf, to take her down the Amazon in his ramshackle boat. Together they search for an ancient tree that holds the power to heal a discovery that will change the future of medicine. So, so you got the main stars, my boy Dwayne The Rock Johnson, starring as Frank. Emily Blunt is Lily. I think her brother's name McGregor. You got some not so friendly people. Nilo, you got Prince Joaquin, and you got some Spanish conquistadors. So, just like similar to Pirates of the Caribbean, the Disney, and the Jungle Cruise got things with mystical animals and curses and magic and all that type of stuff. So we're introduced to Lily, who's basically at this like brilliant British science / medical studies society that's basically full of men, and that it's one of those teaching historical societies that really don't. I guess back then it was like this is like back in 1916 or something like that. So it's like they basically don't allow women to be in a society because they feel like they're superior to them and they know more. But she's brilliant. She's a brilliant person. She knows what she's doing. So she's basically trying to get them to fund and allow her, because they have a she tells them the story through her, since they don't want to listen to her. She have her brother tell the story about the tree and its mystical properties. The tree. Now, we are told that the tree, like I just read in the synopsis, it can heal any ailment the body takes, and it can also heal any curse put upon said person. So if you're cursed, it can heal that, or if you're sickly, you got any type of sick disease, it can also heal that. It's called the Tear of the Moon, and it's like a legend that's been passed down for generations, but nobody's never been able to find it. But they know there is a secret. This society got a hold to this like arrowhead, and the arrowhead, written on the arrowhead contains the secret to the tree and where the tree might be located at, and the native people that guard the secret or whatnot. But as always, he's turned down. They turn the brother down because they like, hey, your presentation awfully sounds familiar. Like this one lady that tried to get in our society, and she was talking about the same thing. And I'm going to do to you what I did to her, and we're going to reject you. So they basically deny her access to the arrowhead. So she takes it upon herself. She's like, it says you won't give me access to it. And I've heard this story. She said later on in the movie that the story was told to her by her father. So it's like, okay, she heard the story. She wanted to prove the story and the legends are true because she wants to find the petal. Now, she has a noble reason. Everybody in this movie has a reason for wanting to find the tree and its mystical properties. And hers is the noble, and ironically, the villains is noble too. She wants to use the petals to like they said, for the medical field, like to use it to heal and save people. And then you got people who wants to use it to end a curse. You know, there's a couple of people who want to use it to end a curse. People, and then just people who wants to use it to rule the world. So it's like it has you got these different parties all vying for the same thing for different reasons. Which brings her, once she gets the arrowhead, that brings her to the Amazon where, and when we say Amazon, we don't mean the company Amazon. We mean the Amazon in Brazil. I think it's in Brazil. I probably just said that with confidence and was totally wrong. But I'm 98% sure that they said the Amazon in Brazil, and I think the Amazon River and all that type of stuff is in Brazil. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, so we get to there and we meet Frank. Frank is giving his tour. He's giving his tour, and he's like a con man. I won't spoil anything for you if you haven't seen the movie. He is a con man. You know, he's very much a con man. And everything, even he tells these wacky, so cringe-worthy, corny jokes that is funny. It's funny because you know they thought to be corny and cringe-worthy, but it's funny to see how the people in the movie react to his jokes. He makes a joke about damn, I forgot the snake. I think it was like I think it was an anaconda or something. He says, and he said, you know, they've been known to be able to eat up to 500 pounds of food at one sitting. And he says, then he goes, you know, and for me, I find that hard to swallow. It's like they like, oh my God, like that is just so bad. Like he made, then you know, somebody's like, oh please make him stop. He said no one can. And he said, interrupt me like that. Fit you to the boa. Oh, it was a boa. That's what it was. Now that I remember the line, he said, somebody said, can you please make him stop? And he was like, no one can. And interrupt me again. I feed you to the boa. They was like, oh my God. He said that you know, there's such and such. The boa likes that. Close your mouth. So it was funny. Like Rock was funny in the movie. He was pretty decent. I think the acting overall was pretty good. You know, it had all the bells and trinkets of a Disney movie. The lights, the settings, the spectacular visual effects. You know, everything you come to expect. And it was just funny. It was the one thing. That's the reason why I call it The Rock a con man, is because that's basically what all he was in this movie. He was just a total con man. At least from the beginning when you meet him. Like everything. Like it was just like at one point I was just like, God. I'm just like, God. You know, yeah. Like this man. Every time you get to know one part of him, you find out that that was just a con. Then you're like, okay, you can't get, oh man, that was a con too? Like, come on, bro. It's like, Jesus. And then, you know, Emily Blunt's character, that's basically how she is. Every time she turn around and find out something that we previously seen was just all a con, she's like, really? Like, how many things are a con with you? But that, he did admit, he was like, never, like, everything about me is wrong. So don't believe anything. You know, he did tell her that much. But yeah, so they, you know, he having problems. You know, he gets both repossessed. He having problems, but she come offering with this adventure. So, you know, and money opportunity. So he gets his, you know, he steals his way into the shit. It was comical how they meet. I ain't gonna spoil how they meet, but it's comical. And then they go into this adventure through the jungle where there's mystery and intrigue and plot points and true identities being revealed. And one of the things that you're gonna find out too, like on this adventure, is that these conquistadors. I think one was named one of the main villains, Arguri. I think I'm saying that right, Arguri. He was one of the Spanish conquistadors. You find out why he was there, because he had a sick daughter. He wants to heal his daughter, and they went on the into the jungle looking for this. They heard about that this tree could cure anything, so naturally a man desperate to save his daughter. He goes to go try to save his daughter, try to find this thing, but he ended up perishing. Him and his shipmates, but they're found by the natives who used the properties of the tree to heal them. And for the most part, they was good. They was all right. They was happy. They was playing with the native kids, having fun. Was truly respectful. But once again, desperation sets in, and it begs the question, how far are you willing to go to save your child, your daughter, your son? What would you not do to ensure that they live? Especially when you know that the reason why you're here, like the whole reason why you're here is true. The tree, its properties of what it could do, for a fact. Oh yeah, we got to get the tree because it just healed us. So they go. So you find out that they did something wrong. That's what started the curse. They did a terrible thing in a moment of desperation. They did a terrible thing, and they was cursed to never. They long as the curse exists, they can never leave like the Amazon River, for the forest will always take them back. Like if they try to, if they get, there's like a radius. Almost like a shot collar for a dog. Once you get to a certain radius, the jungle will come alive and automatically drag you back to the Amazon and the jungle and to the parameters. But then you find out there's a worse part of the curse is that if there is no Amazon wherever to be dragged back to, no forest, wherever it drags you back to, you'll be turned to stone. So it's all this is. It's like an intriguing story about basically love and betrayal and the quest for power. The quest for a magical tree that could grant you, that basically could give you, it can't grant you a wish, but its properties could basically grant you and get you anything you want, including world domination, saving someone's life, or lifting a curse. That's basically what at the heart of this movie. That's what it's about. And like I said, it got all the check marks of a Disney movie. The visual effects, the music, the cold adventure, the character that you thought was one way was really another, and has a deep secret. It's just all the bells and whistles, and it makes for a fun time at the movies. I wanted to say too, before I get to the closings of this video, that this this movie, and I don't know if I ever said this before about Disney Plus versus the movie theater. This is a movie that best enjoyed at the movies because it's a good popcorn stuffing movie. It's a good movie to go just see and have fun with the children. Or you could be just going on. Hey, you could have a girlfriend who's like, like, damn, I want to go see this movie, but I might not want to go see it with this girl. She probably ain't even into movies like this. She like, shit, hell, let's go see it. I want to go see it. I like Disney movies too. It's like a fun little date movie. whatever your desire may be, this movie is for you. It's a good movie. I would not recommend it if it wasn't a good movie. It's a very good movie. Very fun time. All the actors were good. All the acting was good. It had moments that make you laugh. It was moments that make you go, "Oh, that's cute," and then moments that make you go, "Oh man, that's messed up." But it has all that. It's an intriguing movie. You would enjoy it. But like I said, yeah, Disney Plus versus. Now I know this came out on Disney Plus and in the movie theaters at the same time, just like how the Suicide Squad came out today in movies and on HBO Max. But I believe the Jungle Cruise is best enjoyed when you go to the movies because the whole atmosphere, the whole setting of the movies with the speakers and everything. Unless you got, if you got the speakers able to give you that movie theater like presentation, then by all means, then watch it at home because then cool. Because it's still like you're at the movies. But if you don't, go to the movies, enjoy it. Because I definitely enjoyed the Jungle Cruise. It's a good, like I said, it's a good movie. Let's see. If I had to give this movie anything, I would give it 9 big ups. I give it 9 big ups, and just the reason why I don't say it's a perfect 10 because it's not because I didn't like it. It just felt something just felt like dry or just dragged out too long, and it was not. It was just a little bit of a nitpick for me, and it was not. And maybe to you it's a perfect 10 movie, but that's cool. It just wasn't a perfect 10. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a great movie. But it just was a perfect 10 movie. I think, like I said, it was a solid 9. Like I said, anything like I said in one of my other previous videos, anything I give like a 7 or up is a movie that I would watch again and or even buy as a part of my movie collection. And Jungle Cruise is definitely there. Jungle Cruise is definitely one of those movies that I could see myself watching again, when I get curious, I want to watch the Jungle Cruise again, Or it's one of those movies I can actually keep in my collection. So it's that good of a movie. I recommend you go see it in theaters. But if you can't get to theaters, or because of the pandemic, you can't. You just that's just not possible. You can also join in on Disney Plus. But yeah, I recommend going to the theaters. It's a very good popcorn, get very good Friday delight. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the Jungle Cruise movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or have you seen it yet? And let me know in the comments down below if you're going to go see the Suicide Squad that came out today. Suicide Squad movie that came out today. Let me know if you're going to see it, because I'm definitely going to see it. And like I said in the beginning, be on the lookout for that either tomorrow or Sunday. But yeah, that's all I got. That's it. That's it for this review. And yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.